No, I actually am trying to get this little like Harry Potter room studio like all set up,
Yeah.
and it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress.
Got to start somewhere.
Let's
Yeah.
just tell the truth. You're hiding from 9 puppies right now.
I would not hide from them. They're so cute.
Oh,
No, but yes, I could use a little bit of sleep, just a little bit, just a little bit.
being a mom's hard work.
Oh,
Yeah. The one, try 9.
I can't imagine 9. Can't imagine.
No, I'm like, sorry, I'm really not liking this view right now, and it's bothering me. Sorry.
Well, you get
Anyway.
comfy.
Hi guys.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We are great. Welcome back to another episode 10 of Ask Ashley.
How are you?
We survived. We survived our 150th episode, which just came out, and so we're here able to do this one. So it was close call for me. I had a little bit of a incident on our 150th episode, so
I think I need to go watch that.
Yeah, like, go to the end. He just scampers off to the bathroom.
We did some shots. They did not all.
I didn't follow him with the camera. I should have, but I didn't.
I should have, but I didn't.
Yeah, I probably.
Yeah, you miss some golden footage. Anyway, that's the other one. Let's talk about Ask Ashley. So
by the way, I love your shirts.
Well, I wonder why.
Thank you.
I wonder why.
We got ours. I hope everybody else got theirs.
I think it is epic. I love them. Thank you very much for wearing them. Thank you for promoting them. I appreciate you. They look great on you. How do they feel?
They're good. They're fantastic. I love the wash.
The look.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like
yeah. I was liking that too. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
This works.
Yeah.
So.
No, they are.
And you're beautiful on both. The dark color and the light.
Yep.
It works for both of them, I think.
I know. Did you notice the little signature on it as well?
Yep.
Yeah. That's
very
great.
Nice.
We'll be wearing these in Belize in a week.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Are you stoked to go?
What's that?
Are you excited to go?
Oh, hell yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. So we'll make sure we'll have to wear them on the same day. Just go around all over Belize with our
there you go.
Ask Ashley shirts on, or not our Ask Ashley. Damn, we need Ask Ashley shirts.
Might be a new one for me to make.
We'll have to dig into it.
Yes.
But yes, we'll definitely wear them out, and it's a good way to introduce.
Yeah. This will probably get me people offering me purchases while I'm there. Yes. So they'll know that I'm down to purchase.
Yes, they'll be like, "Hey, so we live on the same page. Cool.
Yeah.
You want to be friends?"
Yes. Yes.
Just like Jamaica, you go down a certain alley and you say like a magic word, and they just pull trash bags out of the ground. Filled. It's great.
Really?
Oh wow!
Holy shit!
We'll have to know that. Well, if you ever go to Jamaica, we'll have to know the word.
Yeah,
and the alley.
And the alley. Right.
But you're promoting.
Yes.
Last Prisoner. Look at your shirt and hat. Last Prisoner Project. Great cause.
Yes. Always. Anything that we can do to get rid of these laws for these people. I feel bad.
Yeah.
It seems slowly, but obviously not fast enough. But
no,
slowly, if you are getting out.
Yeah.
It's sad. So they look great on you, and everyone go check it out.
Check them out. Send a letter. Let them feel your love.
That's true.
They really could. They could use all the love they could get at this point, because they're sitting out there while we're buying it for free, or buying it for free,
buying it legally,
getting reprimanded for it. So
yeah.
Yeah. How was your guys' Christmas?
I was just gonna ask. How was good? Good here. You?
Yes. Christmas was a little different this year.
Did you have a white Christmas on the island?
Lots.
We had record high temperatures for Christmas. It was 50 degrees on Christmas and raining.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So no snow.
No white Christmas anywhere.
No.
Shit.
Why was yours different this year?
Well, my grandpuppies were my grandpuppies were
Hmm.
born on the 21st, so somebody has to stay home with them. So, we decided, usually my girlfriend and I, we go together. We go to her family's house and we have like a brunch lunch, and then in the afternoon for dinner we'll go to my parents' house. And this year we actually had to divide and conquer, which is a little different.
Yeah.
Um, so we yeah, that was a little different. It felt like we weren't really spending Christmas together, but we
Yeah.
made the best of it, and we have 9 little things to come home to. And
Right.
uh yeah, it was cute. It was really nice. We actually did not wrap our presents for each other this year. We just said here, because it was just so hectic with everything. The only presents I wrapped were really for my sister's kids. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I suppose you try to rap and the puppies are.
yeah. Well, we have their whelping box literally in our living room, and it's taking up like a quarter of our living room. It's
Yeah.
large enough. So it's kind of, I mean, they're right there. So as soon as you, I mean, I've been sleeping on the couch. I've been waking up every 2 hours to make sure that they're feeding.
Oh,
Um, my pup isn't, my girl is, that's 9 puppies is actually a good amount for her. So she's actually not producing enough milk. So we're actually
Oh,
supplementing for her in between. So it's been fun, but they're growing. They're growing like weeds. They don't look like little rats anymore. They're really cute.
they are so adorable.
Yes.
Anybody who's not following you directly, go follow because the puppy
aw.
videos are amazing.
I know. Oh, I will I'll make sure to send you guys some pictures you guys can
Yeah.
put up. They're super cute, but they change every day.
Right.
And
Right.
my boy is like putting his head over the box, like so curious. What is going on? Like, what are these things? And he sniffs them. It's like he knows that they're his, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and then my girl, she's all about it. She's in there, she's cleaning them, she's constantly looking for them. She'll I started a bad habit. I fed her in the box, and now that's the only place that she wants to eat. So
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah.
I created a monster a little bit, but it's all right.
Then you
It's
get
worth it.
get done with one and then by the
Yeah,
last one you gotta go back to the first.
Right.
It's gotta-
yes, it's insane. And they're like, I only have 2 hands, and I'm like, at this point, I really wish I had like 10 hands, because then I could just be like, hey, bottle. But I get it now why they have so many nipples. So
Right. Right.
it
Yep.
makes so much sense.
And
Yes.
Mama's doing okay. Everything went well for her, and she's good.
Yeah. So this was my first like start to finish pregnancy birthing process I have ever seen. It also they were the first 2 dogs I had ever actually seen get connected.
Okay.
So it was very odd. It was, oh my God. It's a little terrifying. But
Get
they had
connected.
a it's the best way to say it, really.
Yeah.
I would say it was a that's a good way to say it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, so I was there watching her nesting, doing donuts, watching all of her stuff fall out. It was on top of her being a first time mom. My girlfriend has had puppies from her dad's dogs. So she
Okay.
knows like the whole drill. She knows how to do everything.
Mm.
Um, so she kind of told me, like, I also watched a YouTube video. Like, I swear to God, YouTube University, it needs to be like a certificate thing, because I learned so much on
Right.
YouTube. But yeah, so I watched a video while she's like sitting there panting. She panted for like, which is like a beginning signs of birthing. She panted for like 12 hours straight.
Oh
And it
wow.
was like, I thought she was just hot, but it was really just her body was telling us, like, okay, the contractions are coming. And then she started, at about 12 hours, she started doing donuts. She started pacing. She started doing, and then all of a sudden you see, like, I'm not going to get into gory details, but things started popping out. And then I was like, the first thing I saw for an actual like puppy was an actual like back leg hanging out of her stuff. And I was like, I don't know if that's no,
Is that
should I pull
connected to
it?
something?
Like, yeah, do I pull this thing? Do I like? Is it alive? Like, I don't have no idea. My girlfriend's like, it's fine, just let her do it. And so, I mean, but she handled like a champ, 9 puppies. The whole birthing process was 24 hours, and I did not sleep. So
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
So is that the best advice? Just leave it alone, leave them alone and let them
yes,
they know what they're
yeah, and
doing.
then, yeah. But the first baby, she came out, and her eyes were so bug-eyed, and she was just like, I don't know what that is. What do I do with that? I have no idea. So we had to show her how to break open the sack, and she has to
Mm,
disconnect the umbilical cord herself, and she just cleans them. And then we just wiped them down to dry them down because they get from cleaning, they're all wet. So
Sure.
they also don't regulate their temperature yet. So you have to keep them warm. I'm seriously, I thought doctors had it with babies. My God, it's insane. It's crazy. I give dogs like all the respect.
Yeah.
9
Yeah.
times.
Nine
But it was
times a month.
fun. Yeah. It was
24
a
hour
lot of
period.
fun.
It's a lot of, well, that's the best part. You can sit back and just think of your accomplishments and helping the dog. And
Mhm.
that, yeah, it
Yeah.
was worth it, and say it was worth it. I'd do it again.
I
So,
would say that I thought she was gonna be like a hardcore, like just pop them out and run away kind of dog because
yeah.
her personality is
Mm.
she's one of those dogs that you put one of those hats with the spinners on it. You know, those little like dodo hats? Like that's the type of personality that she has. So I
Yeah.
wasn't sure she was gonna be a good mom, but she cries at me when they need something. She like
Oh,
cries at me to want to be in the box with them all the time. And it's because she's not producing enough milk, they will sit there and drink her dry. So I have to take her away. And she just looks at me like, "You're taking my babies from me." And I don't like it. Like, what do I do?
aw.
I don't like it. But she's been really good. And yeah.
That's
It's
so
been fun.
sweet.
I enjoy it. I'm a mom. I'm a grandma, and this is probably as
Congratulations.
close as I'm gonna get to having an actual child. So, mm,
How many of them are you going
Picture.
to keep?
none, none. I'm not keeping any of them. No way. A, I can't fit any more in my house, and B, these fuckers are expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you send me too many fucking pictures, Leah will be booking a flight to Hawaii to bring one home. So slow down with the pictures.
No, no, no. She's more than welcome to. You know, honestly, there's no regulations, and we want a good home for them. And they're both my pups have really great demeanor, so I think
Yeah.
it'd be a really good dog.
Yeah. They're
So
adorable.
I'd think about it. And they probably max weight 85 pounds. Max weight.
Yeah. We can only go up to 35 where we're at. So sorry, Leah.
God,
Really?
I know.
we,
It's okay.
I totally would, but I'm allergic to dogs, so
Oh, the hair or like the saliva or
everything.
Hmm,
I
see,
know,
I'm
and
open.
it does suck because my over Christmas I went to my brother's and he just got a new dog. And of course they always want to be by me for some
They love
reason,
your
dogs.
energy, of course.
Yeah, but so I can't help but play with them, but then I got to go
Yeah.
wash up. But then I'm like, all right, I got to get going because I starting to not breathe so good. So I gotta go, guys. But I
Oh,
love dogs. Yeah, I do.
that's great. Oh, that's unfortunate though.
It
I
is.
do know somebody else who's like that too, so I feel for you guys. It sucks because their kind of love is a different type of love. So,
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, I see it.
oh,
So I did get a legitimate ask Ashley question during my Christmas celebrations. So I can
oh,
ask it and we can.
okay.
So, Dad, this one's for you. My dad asked me a question. I'm sure he will not be watching, but 2 years ago on Christmas Eve, I gave my pops an edible and said, you try this instead of all the beer you're drinking. Never did it, never did it, never used it. Christmas Eve this year, he comes to me and says, "Hey, do those things ever do they go bad?" He's like, "Because I tried a little bit of it and I didn't really feel anything." I'm like, "Oh, they don't go bad. You might lose a little efficacy to it, but not going to go bad." So there we go. Do edibles go bad?
Um, in a sense, yes.
Oops, sorry, Dad.
So,
Don't eat it.
He's throwing up
well,
right
I
now.
mean,
Like
it's
my
not
little
like
son.
it's not gonna turn it into like a mushroom trip type of
Right.
bad. It's
Right.
gonna be more of like it's gonna lose its potency.
Yeah. And that's what
Um,
I told him is, yeah, you're going to lose a little effect, but you'll be good.
yeah. Depending on like what it is, like and depending okay, so somebody also like that there would be so many like follow-up questions that I would have for them
Yeah.
before I'd say that the edible that they took is bad. So given it was what it was like a 2-year-old edible probably sat on a counter or was in like a fridge or
It probably sat on a counter. Yeah. In
yeah.
a Ziploc bag, but on a counter. Yeah.
So anything like with that, if you notice, if you go to like dispensaries and stuff, anything that's like liquid, like tinctures and stuff, they're all in dark colored containers or like
Mm-hmm.
edibles. If it's not something that like a small little piece of gummy that you just pop in your mouth, most of those should be in like mylar bags.
Yep.
It's to keep sunlight out. It's to help preserve the actual effectiveness of that edible.
Sure. Sure. Yeah.
But I would say yes, 2 years is a long time. A year is a long time, especially if it's not cared for.
Right.
And depending on like, say, hypothetically, it was a Rice Krispie treat and you bit off the corner as opposed to saying I took like a quarter of it. And also like, where did the edible come from? Who
Right.
made it? How
Right.
did
Yeah.
they make
Yeah. This was a homemade gummy bear.
it? Okay.
So,
Yep.
the consistency on them probably not the greatest. They're supposed to be about 35 milligrams a piece. Who knows? But yeah, like I told him, I'm like, he's like, should I just eat the whole thing now? And I'm like, no,
Hell
still,
yes.
still don't eat the whole thing. You might want to cut her in half. And so,
You don't want to be sending him to the hospital thinking he having a heart attack. That's not
yeah,
okay.
yeah, I don't.
Mm-mm.
Well, it's funny because
Oh, Pops, don't go to the whatever you do, just don't go to the hospital.
after I answered that question, then I told him the Pop-Tart story about Lee and I eating the Pop-Tart and losing an entire day. I said, that could happen to you. So
Yeah. Could very
So-
easily.
I said, just be ready. You'll be fine.
I finally got a call from my buddy that got me the distillate. And he ate the Pop-Tart, him and his son did. He goes, we split it and then went out hunting. He goes, we sat in the stand, we didn't expect it to be as potent as it was.
Yeah.
But he said he just called to say thumbs up. It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's great. That's
Well, yeah,
awesome.
I don't know if I told you this. Leah's son kind of works in the business. He's a farmer,
Mhm.
and we gave him one of the Pop-Tarts and told him the story and he, to try and get his gauge on what kind of milligrams they actually, because we said they were supposed to be about 35 milligrams a piece. And he ate an entire one by himself and got back to us. He's like, no, these are closer to like 80 or 100. So he's like, yeah, they're big. There's a lot in it. So
I'm telling you, distillate is strong
yeah.
and it goes a long way. So, I mean, you don't really need a lot. When those little syringes, if you're just taking that straight distillate, you should only be using the size of a rice grain at a time.
Jesus Christ.
Think about if you put that whole thing inside that batter and then you just made, oh, no.
I know we still have them in the freezer. We're afraid to try it. I mean, we're afraid to eat anymore. I'm like,
Scared to go back to it.
But
Just smaller pieces.
right, I know. We just got to cut them into like 8 pieces. Like when we did them in 8 pieces, it was fine.
And I think she did a good job of mixing it
Yeah.
as much as she could. Yeah, she.
Oh, I'm sure. But you also have to remember stuff like that too. If it's a distillate, it's meant to like be put in a dab rig, which gets heat.
Right.
And when you add heat to it, it gets stronger. So when you put it in the oven, it's like extra activated.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That's what her kid said
okay.
too. Yeah. That when you bake it like that and it. Yeah.
Oh, it brings it out. Oh, I didn't know.
So-
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
I mean, it made me
So he
feel better when
activated
it made me feel better when he told me that it was like probably between 80 and 100. Cause then I'm like, okay, well, I ate like 3/4 of that thing. So now I don't feel so bad about thinking I was going to die on the bathroom floor. So
Right. Yeah.
Did you feel you're kind of a wuss? Now you're feeling a little bit more manly.
yeah, well, no, I'm just feeling like I had every right to do what I did.
Absolutely.
So, well, yeah, I'm thinking like,
Thank goodness I didn't eat any of that. Oh, I would have, because I know I would have overdone it if I did.
Yeah.
I would have.
Well,
I
now
would
you
have.
just have to make the Pop-Tarts for yourself without anything in it, just to enjoy a Pop-Tart.
yeah, Leah's going to do that because yeah, we want to try them. So, and I
Mhm.
can't make them. So,
She
Oh
doesn't
my
want you making
no,
them.
no.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of baking,
Yeah.
I made, I don't know if you guys saw, but I found this new recipe for, I'm not a sugar cookie fan. Like sugar cookies, and I'd rather gingerbread or,
Mm.
what is the other one? Pumpkin spice something.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Do you like
I-
molasses cookies? Yeah, I love those. Those are some of my favorites.
Mhm.
So I made these cinnamon roll sugar
Oh, I
cookies.
did see that.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then I took a like a tin to my mom's house for Christmas. And my nephew's first question was, "Are they edible?" And I'm like, "Define
Yeah,
A,
wait.
B." I would never bring anything like that to a family. I was like, "You guys know me so well. Like, yes, I have edibles all the time that have weed in them. No, it's just a cookie. Just eat the damn cookie."
And not only was it cookie, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't it vegan and gluten free?
Negative, just vegan.
Just vegan. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I know I
Gluten.
saw it on there and I thought maybe it had all yeah. But
Everything.
Yeah, no, I'm not I'm all about gluten.
all about that
Don't get me
gluten.
wrong, it changes consistencies, densities, all
It
of that when
does.
you bake. So you have to take that into effect to get the same result. And changing things and it given the batter. Oh, I'm sorry, sleep deprivation. My speech is horrible right now. Um, my my changing of a regular recipe. When I say regular, it's like full egg, full cream, whatever, and I change all of those things with vegan products. I already have an issue of like consistency problems or the way that the outcome or the overall cookie look. So it's putting in the gluten free. If you don't bake gluten free regularly, it's oh,
Yeah.
It's horrible.
yeah,
Well,
it's a
I do
it's
have to give props to my daughter-in-law. So she made cookies for Christmas Eve, and she said I made them all gluten-free for me, and they were very good. So whatever she did, and it was they're just crumblier.
Yeah, yeah.
They just you gotta have a plate underneath you or something because
Mhm.
they just do. But
Ooh,
she did chocolate chip, peanut butter, and then M&M. But
ooh,
they were. I took some home. I said, I'm taking some of those
No,
home. Those were
nobody else is
good.
gonna eat them fucking things.
Yeah, no, for her first time,
Yeah.
way to go, Nicole. She did great.
right on.
I
Yeah,
gotta
but
ask. Go ahead. Go ahead. I got it. Yeah, go ahead.
I got no.
all
Wait, I gotta ask, but no, no. I gotta ask, but no. Stop.
Shut up.
So I would say every time I bring something over that's vegan, there's really never any leftovers because it's like all of the regular people prefer the vegan stuff over the regular stuff.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, well, where are my leftovers? What could I take home? So I ended up halving the batch that I made. So now my girlfriend has them for breakfast with coffee.
I
Ooh,
And
bet
I've been eating
that's
them like every time I walk into the kitchen to make the puppies milk. I'm like, when? When? I'm like, okay, this has to stop.
that cinnamon
Oh,
roll sugar cookie sounds delicious with
yeah.
coffee in the morning. That sounds like it would be
It sounds
perfect.
delicious without coffee too.
No,
It does.
the minute
and
you
the
said it, I'm
cream
like,
frosting does not
Yeah.
melt.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed. Yeah.
Yeah.
mm,
So I'm sorry. What were you going to ask me?
I was gonna ask, with all the sleep deprivation,
I want a cookie.
when was the last time you were able to? Are you able to indulge at all, or is it weed free, Ashley, for a while?
So I actually cannot at this point in my life with weed, like I have to not be able to do anything. Like so watching in my case, these are like children.
Yes. Yeah.
No, no way. But I also, before all of this happened, actually decided to take what we call a tea break, which
Okay.
is a tolerance break.
Oh,
Just because I had noticed my last session, my girlfriend went to the what we call outer island. She went to one of the other islands for work for overnight, and I ended up taking 2 hits of my vape pen or my cartridge pen, and I was like, that's my usual is 2 hits, and I'm just like cruising on the couch. Given this is a what we would call a live resin cartridge, which is a very potent like mix of distillate. And so I'm sitting there and I'm too high. Like on top of that, like I was laying in bed with the two dogs and I'm like, I'm hearing things like all alone. I'm like, it's scary. I'm scared. I got all anxious. And then one of the dogs moved to get comfortable and I jumped and I was like freaked out. I was like, who's in the bed with me? And I had fully forgot that they were in the bed. And I'm like, okay, you know what? We're gonna take a break for a little while and we're just gonna and I know that I think I have to change like my potencies. I'm gonna have to dumb it down a little bit and I'm
Sure.
gonna have to stick with just straight indicas because It's no bueno for me. And I feel like I'm not the only person that's had this issue. Like over the years of consumption, as you get older, your things in your body change. And I would consider myself a pretty clean vessel. So
Yeah.
it's like when I put something like that in my body, everything just absorbs it and it's like intensified. So
Okay.
I'm
Mm.
okay, I need to be a little bit more cautious and a little bit more smart with how I do this. So I think the next thing I do still take like the tincture. I use that for when I have my period because that just helps tremendously with the cramps and because it's a 1-to-1. So it's
Oh,
have
okay.
CBD and THC. So it's not a real big high. It's just more of like a relaxation and everything kind of like
Just
I don't want to say
mellows out.
numbs, but like it kind of it makes everything feel a little bit better there. So it's just that's like what I've been using. But I'm thinking until the end or the beginning of the year, I'll probably be on this tea break.
Okay.
So
Okay. And they say your
yeah.
body changes every 7 years
Oh,
ish.
Hmm.
So things could affect it differently.
so
Yeah.
speaking of the new year, I assume it's a dumb question. I'm guessing no New Year's Eve plans. Your New Year's Eve plans are to watch puppies.
Yeah, actually, so our upstairs, we have neighbors upstairs, and they have this huge balcony, and you can actually see. So Hawaii goes off with fireworks,
Oh,
off
okay.
like aerials, like you can see them like all around the island. They actually their balcony gets like a full almost 360 view of like the neighborhood's fireworks. So at midnight we're gonna go up there and just watch the fireworks and then come back down and hang out with the puppies. So
Cool.
yeah.
You're gonna have to take some naps during the day to make sure you make it to midnight, I would assume.
I mean at this point I've been staying up past midnight. My girlfriend and I have been taking shifts because she's going to work. I am now a stay-at-home mom. So I haven't been going to work. And so she has, but she's been taking the first shift, and then I'll wake up and I'll take the rest of the night just because she needs her sleep to go to work.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Yeah, so I've been doing that, but I'm trying really hard to like get them on a better schedule. And as they get older, they will eat more and not as often.
Yeah.
So I'll be able to sleep for maybe 3 or 4 hours and then wake up and then sleep and then wake up and feed them. So it's gonna get a little better, but
So yeah, and because I've never had dogs because I've always been allergic. So at what age can you switch them to dog food? And
so it's there's a word for it. It's actually what they do is they take the kibble and they almost like blend it up and mush. They make it mush.
like
And
your
they
like your brain right now with sleep deprivation.
I'm like, what is that called? Water? Yeah, so you just kind of like soften up the kibble and
Oh yeah,
they give them that. And then we've actually been using a milk replacer. So we'll put the milk replacer in there. And then they'll have their own bowls. So about I want to say about 3-4 weeks.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
okay.
We'll
Nice.
start weaning because they get teeth around that time. And then if
Sure.
they put the teeth in mom then turns around and she snaps because it's like a
Yeah,
newborn biting on the mom's boob.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sure.
but that's times 9. So
Yeah.
it's like,
So you
I would
have
be like, fuck
nine
you, bye.
bowls, 9 bowls of mush to make.
Yeah, and they actually say if you feed them separately, they turn out to be cleaner, more less food aggressive dogs.
Oh, sure. That
When
makes
you
sense.
feed them together,
They're all
it's like
fighting for it.
survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a
It
good
happens
lesson.
right now too with the boobs. So like
I would
the little
imagine. Yeah. They fight for, yeah, like musical chairs.
Yeah.
Get your last.
It's so funny watching them. Like they go underneath like her boob flaps, and it's like you see them upside down, and you see them like kicking, and then some you'll see like what they do is like they need to like milk the boob, and they knead it like this, and then they like tear at it, and I'm like, oh my god, don't ever do that to me. No, it's really cute. It's fun. I'll send you some videos. I could
Aw.
stare at these things all day. I
Yeah.
really, yeah.
Yeah.
Are
So,
there? I mean, are there little personalities coming out?
not yet.
Not
No.
yet. Okay.
No,
Have you
they're
named
only
them all?
no,
When you
no,
name them, they become real. They got to stay.
exactly. The
They're
more you
named
get
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It was really funny when the first one came out. I said we bought little collars for them so that we could distinguish them, and then we can let people like decide which one they wanted based off of the color of the collar, so that they wouldn't have names. And so I was like, okay, when they started coming out, I was like, okay, I want to put like the color of like the rainbow on them, so I know which order they came out as
There you
well.
go.
By the third puppy, I was like, I don't even know which one came out first. I'm so lost. So that went out the door.
Just grab me a collar, god damn it.
Yeah.
It's a great idea when it, at first.
It is. It is.
I
Yeah.
was thinking you're gonna
But I
have the
was-
Reservoir Dogs there for a second, Mr. Pink, Mr. Blonde, Mr.
yeah. That's why I was like, okay, so this is gonna be called blue. This one's gonna be called magenta.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie though, we have named 2 of them, and it's because they're the 2 smallest. We almost lost one. So
Oh,
yeah, she was having some type of issue because that's when we started noticing mom wasn't making enough milk. So
yeah.
yeah, her name's Eminem.
Like the wrapper or the candy?
I would say if we were basing it based off of like the word miracle, I guess. So
Oh, okay. All right.
Eminem, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was my girlfriend's idea. And then there's this little boy, and my boy's name is Jupiter or
Yeah.
Juju. And he is a spitting image of his dad. He doesn't like coloring doesn't look like him, but his body type,
Yeah.
you can tell. Like you can tell which ones are hers and which ones are his just by the body style.
Sure.
And so we're calling him JJ right now. So they're cute. They're so friendly.
Aw.
Oh, yeah. And
Aw.
everybody's been asking, they're like, can we come over? Can we come do that? And I'm like, if you want my dog to chop your head off, sure. But she's getting super protective. She growled at
Yeah.
another dog the other day just because
Yeah.
it's an instinctual thing. So
Yeah, it's Mama Bear.
That's what they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what they're that's what they're supposed to do.
Right?
but I need to be in full focus mode. Like there's no consumption of anything around them at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. I can
Yeah.
imagine. Are
I
you
have
a
until February.
are you a New Year's resolution person?
New Year's resolution. I mean, I've been thinking about it, but I don't have anything. It's just more of like, I don't want to say resolution. I want to say it's more like goals. Like there's
Sure.
things that I want to like focus on for the new year. So I would say, I mean, one's always like my health, but B, I am striving for financial freedom at
Yeah.
this point. So, yeah. I want to go buy a house. I want to get, out of renting and stop living under somebody else's roof.
Sure.
We're ready for our own place. So
Yeah. Yeah.
we'll get there.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's a focal point. Have you made a resolution?
More weed, less booze.
Hey,
That's my-
I appreciate that. And
That's
so
my-
will your body. Your body will
Well,
appreciate.
I don't drink much other than the podcast. Every once in a while, like the missus and I will go out and have a pizza and a couple drinks.
Mhm.
But for the most part, I don't drink at home. I use marijuana instead. So it's not a big thing, but, I notice it why I need to do this when we did our 150th episode, and it was nonstop drinking for an hour and a half, and we're doing shots, and I ended up puking and da da da.
Well,
And-
you did do a lot of shots in a row.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. And the next day, I felt like hell for the half the day.
Mhm.
And I've never had a weed hangover. I mean, I will wake up foggy and a little slow, but never to the point where I can't function throughout the day. And when I drink, it's like I'm in bed and I'm like, don't fucking look at me until 10 a.m. I don't want you to, yeah. So
Yeah. Don't open the curtains.
yeah.
Please put a glass of
Well,
water by my bed.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I don't wake up next to him.
Yet. We played a fun little game we like to call Sex Dice Chicken for the 150th episode. So
Explain.
We have
sex dice.
we had some sex dice that I got from my lady. So one would have a body part,
Okay.
and the other one had a lick, touch,
An activity.
suck, blow
Okay.
thing, and then you roll
Yep.
them both. So when if I would roll, you would have to do that to me.
No.
Wait, no, I'd have to do it to him.
Yeah, you did what you rolled.
Do what he rolled, and then if I chickened out, I would have to do a shot. If he told me, no, don't do that. Like if it was whatever. What was the first one? suck my
I
thigh.
had to suck your thigh. Yeah.
He had to suck my inner thigh.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
if
did you actually act upon any of these dice rolls?
Every one of them.
every one of them, every
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah. If you
Oh, you
watch,
have footage of this? I can't wait to watch.
yeah, if you watch the video that when I'm sucking thigh, it looks like I'm going down on him.
So
I noticed that when I was editing. I'm like, it looks like I'm.
yeah, well, because we moved to the couch,
Yes, we
and
did.
so when he rolled it, I just spread my legs. I'm like, here you go, because if he says no, he's gonna drink it, right? But if he doesn't, I got to drink it.
That's hilarious.
So I tried to psych him out.
It was up to 5 shots. The first one to do all 5 of their shots was done. But there's navel is on one of the dice, and I will not. I said I will not. I don't care. I'm not doing anything remotely close to your navel. So
So I
what
had to touch your navel.
you did, and then I was supposed
That
to.
was a boring one. I had to just touch his navel.
I was supposed to kiss yours or something, and I couldn't. So that was the last that I had to do the extra shot. Well, I didn't because you did the last. But anyway,
Because he puked.
that's when I puked. So yeah, it was a
That
fun
touched
night.
the button.
From my navel? Did you puke from my navel?
Yeah, puke just from the thought.
So yeah, there's a dice. We're gonna keep it in the down low. We're gonna probably try and trademark that Sucks Dice Chicken.
Sex taste chicken. Yeah.
That's
So
hilarious.
yeah, we did get
Sounds like
one.
a good time.
We did get one
We did laugh a
question.
lot. We did laugh a lot. That's for sure.
We did laugh a lot. Yes.
So
We did embarrass the shit out of ourselves. So, but we did get one question today, and from Poi Boy, Poiboy. I'm not whatever.
Okay.
boy.
And I think we've kind of talked about it again, but it's okay. Just the difference in highs when you're between flour or edibles or oils. How do the highs? How are they different for you?
Oh, definitely. Like flower highs is all going to be up here. Even some like distillates. Sorry. So different highs for flower for heady highs are all up in my head. What we would consider like the third eye feeling. You can definitely see it in my eyes. They get super bloodshot. When it comes to edibles, it's definitely more relaxing. I do feel it in my eyes, but you can't see it. Does that make sense?
It
Yeah.
does, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But there are some edibles where I'll
Yeah.
be like literally folded up in the couch, but then there's some where I'm like, all right, let's do an activity. Let's clean the house. Let's work on some creative project. I don't know. And then distillates, concentrates, those really are like the same as flour for me, but it's just stronger.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not like it's not really like a differential feeling from head to body with that. It's just I'm just high. And it's such a compacted amount of THC in one little thing of distillate or a concentrate that I'm like, I'm going to do one of those. I used to do like one every break at work once and in one day, and that was a lot. Now I can do like maybe one every like couple of days. I have
Yeah.
not touched concentrates in a very long time. The most I concentrated stuff I would do is my cartridge pen, and it's just because it's more convenient. I'm not gonna sit here and roll a joint or pack a bowl on top of. I already get paranoid when people smell it because I'm like, fuck, even if I have here with it being medically legal, I have my card, I'm in my house, it's safe.
Yep.
The paranoia has gotten me so fucked up in the head that I'm like, it's not even enjoyable.
Yeah.
So the edibles really is like where my brain's at now. It's like I'd rather just eat it or drink it with my lemonade.
Sure.
Does one of them make you more paranoid than the other? And I get the smoking because of the smell, but is that a psychological thing or is it?
It's definitely the smoking. Yeah. Edibles don't make me as paranoid.
So okay.
It's just a different high. Yeah, I do think of like smoking flower as compared to like your pen or whatever. Kind of like the pen is like in like a lion and out like a lamb, and the flower's like in like a lamb and out like a lion for me. Like when I smoke off the pen, I notice it right away.
Yeah.
Whereas with flower, it kind of takes a while to build up and
Mm-hmm.
then you get it. So
Yep.
Yeah. That's kind of what I vote.
It's a much more natural feeling too.
Yeah.
Whereas like when you do your pens, it's so like it's such a slap in the face. It just
Oh,
hits you. It's just like whack. Hey, I'm here. I'm like,
Especially if I cough a lot. If I cough a lot with the pen, holy fuck, like, yeah,
mhm.
it really hits hard then. And I
Yeah.
almost spilled again. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
What are y'all drinking?
Just vodka sours.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah. I have to say though, I have turned into a martini girl.
Oh,
Okay.
what kind of martinis are we drinking?
Gin or vodka?
Oh, gin is not my friend.
Not many people's, but
Yeah,
it's a great
vodka.
mixing drink.
Vodka is yes, and I prefer martinis without the vermouth, and I like them extra dirty, like
Yeah.
super dirty.
So
The
we're just,
olive juice is really my
yeah.
thing.
Yep. Just so you're just doing vodka and olive juice.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
It's delicious. Yeah, that's how Leah and I will do ours too. We'll put a splash of vermouth just to make it official, but it's really more olive juice than pretty much
Yeah.
anything.
And I only need like 1, 2, and I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is great. And I can just sip it and it comes in a fancy glass. I'm like, I
Yes.
feel bougie. This is
Yeah.
nice.
Well, and it's
God
fun
damn.
it's fun to order them too. If you're out and
Yeah.
about, it's fun to order them, and they arrive, like you said, in a fancy glass. And
You're not
Yeah.
helping me with my New Year's resolution, Ashley. I just said
I
more
know,
weed,
but-
less booze. God damn it.
Yeah. I mean, if it's a special occasion, of course you're gonna indulge, but
Yeah, yeah,
for the most part, it's like I can use weed every day. Nothing
Yeah.
changes. But if I go out and I have a night of drinking, that shit has to happen like maybe once every couple months. And we've been doing it so regularly with just playing bags or cornhole.
yeah.
And it's just they're just hand in hand. I'm just like, this is nice. It's almost like we call it our turbo juice. It's like it makes me throw better. So I'm just gonna keep drinking. But
That's
really I could
true.
be out there. Yeah. If I
Yeah,
was out smoking, I'd probably be like, okay, I'm ready for sleep.
yeah. We always call
Well,
it
that's the other thing,
aiming
yeah.
fluid.
aiming for darts, yeah.
Yeah.
Aiming
fluid,
fluid. But that's that's my New Year's resolution is drink more, smoke less.
No.
I can't
Your
really
liver is
smoke.
gonna hate you.
Do you know what
I can't really smoke less than I do.
Do you know what podcast we're on right now? You say that one during this podcast.
I don't. I always,
Oh,
I don't
God.
really do New Year's.
I don't know
resolutions,
where
to be
the
fair.
last time I have smoked anything.
Oh, sorry.
With us?
Probably with this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's probably it. Or that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
a
but you
shame.
have to culturally, you have to go if you go out of country, you have to try their local stuff. If you get it and it's able, like if you're able to do it, like we did, like I did in Jamaica, like I'm not gonna pass that up.
Yeah.
When am I ever gonna smoke Jamaican weed? Like, come on.
We had friends who found a bag of weed at the airport when we got into Belize last year. Like some kids had dropped it and didn't realize
Coming out
they
of the
dropped it.
bathroom.
And our friends, so Leah and I smoked that last year, and it was good. We one joint, we smoked off one joint for like 3 days. We would just take,
Wow.
yeah.
See? There
So,
you go.
I mean, normally it was just that would be what we would start with in the morning, and then you're out and about, so you got your pen with you, whatever. But that would be the first thing we do in the morning.
Mhm.
So, and it lasted for 3 mornings. So,
That's nice.
yeah, it was good. Yeah, this
See?
year we did.
You've been manifesting it. You got it.
Yeah, we definitely plan on buying this year. Finding.
Well, I think we could ask somebody that
Some of our-
and then
yeah.
you trust them.
Yeah.
I think we asked the lifeguard at the pool.
Perfect.
It's like, just nonchalantly like, so, hey. And they're like, oh, so go down this alley and say this and ask this guy. And boom, it happened. They delivered, I'll tell you that.
All right.
I can imagine. So before we let you go,
Yeah.
what's that?
No, I was going to tell you a story about the one time I was in the car with my sister, my dad, and my sister's friend. Given my sister and her friend were the ones who really got me into smoking weed to begin with.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stephanie. And my dad, I guess, went into the gas station food mart and he found a little baggie of weed. And he comes back to the car and he's like, oh, so I just found this weed. And my sister's first question was like, "Where is it? What'd you do with it?" And my dad goes, "You threw it away." And I was like, "What?" We were all like so butthurt. We're like, "Why would you throw that away?" He's just, what the fuck?
Oh,
And now when I bring him an edible, he's like, "No, I don't want anything that has no effect on me." And I'm like, "That's a lie. That is a lie." But whatever, to each his own. That's
Have
what
you ever witnessed this? Have you ever witnessed him eat one and it have no effect?
no. I have given him these things to help with like back pain and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And given they were like more mellow, but it was like you're gonna feel some type at least relaxation or at least maybe a better night's sleep.
Right.
Like it doesn't
sleep.
actually
There
have
you
to
go.
feel like a high. You'll feel the effects other ways too. So it's very that's why I'm like so it hurts when people say they have no effect on me. I'm like, yeah, but are you paying attention? Like,
Yeah.
because they're
That's a good
doing
point.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, if it just takes away the pain, then that's
Yeah.
Yeah. They're
That's having an
definitely
effect.
doing something. What
I
is
mean, because
the
that's what they used to do in the back in the days. Like they have a tincture and a tincture in their like their doctor bag, and it wasn't like a high potency stuff. It wasn't to get you like super high, but it was to help you alleviate these problems or these
right?
issues you had. And now it's like so blown out of proportion. Like that's all I want to do is these fat honey drop dabs on these crack pipe looking dab rigs, and it's like I'm not about that life anymore. It was fun. Don't get me wrong. It was
Yeah.
fun. It was a
Yeah.
nice high. But at this point in my life, I'm like, I'd rather just enjoy the ride. And
Yeah.
if I do get a little high, okay, cool. But I'd rather like for my period or for like migraines.
Yeah.
That's where I'd rather use it now than just be like, hey, I'm high all the time.
My problem with edibles now, and it makes me sound really old, is if I have them after like 7 p.m., I know I'm gonna be a mess the next morning. Like I know I'm gonna be, so I'm like, once we get past 7, I might smoke a little, but I am not eating an edible after 7 p.m.
No, it's almost like I have to do it as soon as I get home. So I
Yeah.
know how it like plans out in my day. So I
Yeah.
also don't carry it over and feel either high or feel super foggy the next morning.
Right.
Yeah, I
Right.
absolutely agree. And that is not an old man thing. That is a smart consumer thing.
There you go. She just laid it out for you
Yeah.
perfectly. There you
Yeah.
go.
So before we let you go and get some sleep, we got to do at least one puff puff pass because I'm still
Cheers.
I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get them.
Puff, puff.
Bring
Come
it.
on,
We need mine
people.
too. So I thought this was a fun little trivia question. We'll let you both try. I know the answer. It's right here.
Ugh.
And it has nothing to do with weed, but
Oh,
it's a funny little trivia question. What is 3% of Antarctica's ice made up of? 3%. 3% of Antarctica's ice is made up of this.
feces.
Well, that got disgusting in a hurry.
That's first.
I'm sorry. I think the blonde hair is getting to me. And I'm like, is that a trick question? Because ice is never mind. See, I'm naturally stoned,
3%.
sleep deprived. This is not helping, guys.
All right, Ashley, we're gonna let you out of this. It's penguin pee.
I was close.
Penguin. Well, that would make a lot of sense.
Thank
That
you.
makes a lot of sense.
3%
No,
of
not
the
the
ice.
feces, the pee.
I was gonna say I don't know why he's saying thank you. They are two completely different things.
I know, but at least I was in that area.
Yep. You narrowed it down.
I
But
was,
that's interesting. The
I was-
largest population of penguins are in Antarctica, right? So
Yep. That's
Okay.
a lot of pee. I mean, where else would the pee go, right?
I agree. Well, same with. All right. I won't
Don't
bring
eat
it-
yellow
I won't,
snow.
I won't bring it up
do
again.
they? I was like, don't they pee in the water like everybody else?
They might.
I think they pee wherever they want.
So yeah, right.
I mean, they're birds. They defecate wherever they want. Makes
They do.
sense.
They do.
True. So
They just waddle around and.
puff puff pass.
But how
everybody.
cool are they? I love
Puff,
penguins.
puff, pass.
Puff puff pass. They're
Yeah.
fun.
That's a fun game.
They're fun little questions. They're fun little. Yeah.
And we're gonna get through them pretty quick, and we're gonna need the second edition.
We need volume
so-
two. So.
No, if you'd like to see us play more, or maybe we can, I don't know, make it interactive with the people who watch us. That would be fun too.
Oh,
That
yeah.
would be fun.
Well, there's the other thing. There's got to be other games out there. Puff, puff, pass, pass. Maybe we'll go to a different card game.
Jesus, you don't have to threaten them right away. Let's work
All right.
slower way. Slow
Hey,
roll.
we got to keep our options open, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. One last thing. When I
Yes.
keep seeing the candy cane bong behind you, and I absolutely love mine. I have yet to test it out and get her dirty, but when I opened it up, it was so cute. Did you guys also see that they have the candy cane one as well?
I did, yes. Yeah. Big old candy cane.
That was adorable.
Yeah.
But you didn't get the candy cane. You got this one.
Yeah, I got that one as well.
Oh, but
Yes.
they have the candy. Okay.
Yeah.
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 He's-
Yeah.
Good old Hemper.
I
They
just think
seriously, like,
I just want to pop it in my mouth.
Ye-
It
Yes.
tastes mint. It's a big old mint.
There you go. There you go.
Oh no, they have a new one coming out soon, which looks even cooler for the new year. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's I think it's a lucky cat, the Chinese cat.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Don't quote me, I'm sorry. I think my cultures are wrong. But
That's
the cat,
okay.
the old cat thing.
You have a free pass on everything with your sleep deprivation. Anything you say cannot be used against you in a court of law.
Even though we have video out of it.
Thank God. Oh, also, can you video edit the ugly view behind me? I promise this is gonna look better at some point.
Ashley, nobody's looking at the background.
No, you're good.
Well, I don't have my tits out, so they're not looking at that either,
Yeah.
There's still nobody looking at
Nobody
the
looking at the
background.
background. Super cute
so.
and I like how, different hair. You always seem to have a different hair, which is super cute tonight. So
I'm sorry, I didn't wash my hair yet, so this was like the best thing. On top of that's why I wore the hat. I was like, no, we're not showing that shit out. No.
it worked.
Yeah. I mean, you lucky I put pants on today. Okay. You're lucky I put pants on because this has been this. I just roll out of bed or I roll off the couch and I'm making the milk and I'm cleaning up food.
I would imagine personal hygiene is taking a back seat these days.
Don't get me wrong, I still smell fine. I'm just my hair has not.
I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all worth it.
It is. They're gonna be so. Oh my God, they're gonna be so cute. I will send you lots of. I just took some really great photo. I'd show you, but my phone is. I have to fix my phone. My screen broke, so it's not very pretty. But I'll send them to you. I
Send them
That'd
off.
be great.
Yes.
Can't wait.
We'll be watching.
They're adorable.
Yeah.
Maybe I think technically my dad asked the best question, so I don't know if my mom will appreciate the headshot, but I think he asked the best question.
I mean, hey, it was a really good question, and hey, you never know. He might bite into the other part of it, and he might get zonked for 3 days. Who knows?
Right.
We definitely want to hear the rest of that story.
I do. I know. I will be.
See how he does.
I will be keeping up. We will tell the rest of the tale.
Maybe you should do it with your supervision in case he does get too high.
Oh,
You can
God.
help
Who
him
wants
out.
to take care of their dad when they're super high?
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
either that or you're gonna be responsible for the hospital bills that he goes to.
Hospital bills.
Knock on wood. Knock on wood. We're not putting that out there.
No hospitals. Yeah, no, he'll have a pleasant time. It's not like he's never used pot in his life. This is not a guy who's never used pot in his life.
No, but they're used to the 5-finger bag, the honey sticks, or I'm sorry, the Thai sticks.
Yeah, yes.
Like they're used to that kind of shit, like the OG, just straight grown stuff. They're not used to I mean, what was that episode? It was the 70s show episode. And they just made brownies and all the parents got super high because they ate all the brownies.
Yeah.
And then I think when they said it, they had actually thrown the actual flour just in the batter. And I'm like, if that's how they made them back then, no wonder they may not have actually felt anything because that's not really the same thing.
Yeah,
Things have just so modernized and changed over the years that it's like, I get it if half of this shit puts them in the hospital at that age because it's such a different animal. So
don't listen to her, Dad. Just eat that thing.
Just eat it. Pop that vodka.
you'll be fine, honestly. Just keep some cracked pepper around. You'll be fine.
See,
that's what you can do.
I do gotta
just tell them
I'll tell him
tricks.
I'll tell him.
Yeah, just gum some cracked pepper. You'll be fine.
Right.
It's effective.
Tell your mom so she can do it for her.
My mom said she won't be around when he does this.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, then he's on his own.
Do we not condone?
She does. Well, I mean, it's not that she doesn't condone. It's that he'll be a big idiot. So, she'd just rather not deal with that. So
just take enough to where he passes out, and then there you go. All your problems are solved.
You
don't have to listen to it. He's not making a fool of himself.
Right.
Yeah. And then he'll wake up and say, "I didn't feel anything."
Yeah, exactly. Didn't do anything for me.
Oh, that guy.
All right.
That's what you think.
Yeah, you don't want to know
Oh,
what happened. All right, go take care of them puppies.
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
Give
you
them
so much
hugs.
for this, guys.
and have a happy new year.
Yes, happy New Year, and then yeah, we'll get my dog's at the door. I can
Miss
hear him. He's rubbing his back on the door.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah. So but yeah, we'll discuss the next one, and then I'll send over all that stuff, and I
Sounds good.
will let you know as soon as I send out those headshots.
Sounds good. Don't
Okay.
rush.
Yes.
You deal with what you gotta deal with. We're
There's
fine.
more important things for you to do. So
Yeah.
take care of
I
those puppies.
appreciate your guys'
Yeah,
appreciate that. Thank
absolutely.
For sure.
you.
Have a good
Okey-dokey,
night.
guys.
We'll see you in
Good night.
2024.
Yeah, 2024. Happy New Year.
Yes. Yes. Get
Better
high.
year.
I will.